my channel, Stacey Fowler Creations. I'm Stacey Fowler. Thank you for coming. If you're new, welcome. And please subscribe. You got to subscribe, because from you're here because of the thumbnail on this video, you're going to want to stay, because I'm going to share a lot of information about the topic that got you here. Now, a little about myself. I'm a teacher, self-publishing author, artist, and I do have a print on-demand product line. Now, if any of those things pique your interest, then definitely you got to subscribe. Make sure you click on the notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload a new video. Now, I'm sharing with you steps that I use to get my students to read very quickly. Now, if you have not watched my first video that tells you what is step 1, please go and watch that video right now. The link is in the description as well as right here. This is step 2, right? And you need to follow all the steps as I have outlined so that you can achieve your desired goal with your child. If you don't follow the steps, you're not going to achieve the goal. And please don't blame me when you don't. You have to follow the steps, okay? So we are at step 2, where I use diagraphs. And I'm going to explain what are diagraphs and how do I use them. And I'm also going to share with you the very first diagram that I use with my students. So please stay to the end so that you can get all the information. Remember, subscribe, like, share, leave me a comment below so that I can know how your child is doing. And if you need any advice from me, I will be more than happy to share. So let's now get into what are diagraphs and how do I use them. So diagraphs have been around, and when I mention diagraphs, I have parents like, Miss, what are you talking about? I also have other teachers who don't know what are diagraphs, and I share with them what are diagraphs, how they can use the diagraphs to get their student to learn to read much better. All right, so what are diagraphs? Diagraphs is the combination of 2 letters and the specific sound they make. So diagraphs are the combination of 2 letters and the specific sound they make. Now, I'm showing the diagraph A and R. Both will make the sound R. So the special sound that the diagraph A and R makes is R. Listen, this is not the first one I used, but I just wanted to be really kind to you, and I used it in video 1. You're probably wondering why I had it there if you have watched video 1 already. So I decided to use it back here as an example and then teach you the sound just as a little extra to you. My way of showing you some love and thanking you for coming to my channel. So A and R make the sound R. Now right here, I'm going to tell you that when the diagraph is made up of vowels, if a 3rd vowel goes there, it's going to change its sound completely. Or if the 3rd letter is an R, it's going to change its sound. But don't worry, I got you covered. I said I'm going to teach you all these rules that I've discovered, and that's why I said you just have to just subscribe to the channel. You won't regret it. So subscribe, click on the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos, and also like and share this video as well. So A and R make the sound R. I will use this diagraph to teach my students how to spell like the word car. R, art, art, and even the word art, right? So pretty simple, and I guess now I'm kind of convincing you to see how powerful diagraphs are, but stay to the end, I have a lot more to share. So now that I've explained what are diagraphs, it's how do I use these diagraphs. So step 1 would be teaching the sound the diagraph makes. And also reinforcing that rule that if it's made up of two vowels, if you see it anywhere else, it will not make that sound. So yes, the children will have to learn what are the vowels in the alphabet. Step 2 would be letting the children sound out words with the diagraph. And then step 3 would be spelling some words with the diagraph being taught and then writing sentences. So the diagraph that I use first is 2 E's. So 2 E's make the sound E. 2 E's make the sound E. Again, 2 E's make the sound E. Now, based on how quickly your child grasps information, you can make the sound for the child between, say, 3 to 6 times. Afterwards, you let the child say it on their own another, say 3 times, close their eyes and say, make the sound of the diagraph. And then you can move on to our next step with using the diagraphs, which is like what I'm showing now, having flashcards with the diagraph and for the child to sound out the word. So this is where I will reinforce why you cannot skip any of my steps. If you were wondering, why should a child learn the base sound, in the alphabet of these letters, since there are times they're going to change your sound or become silent? You're going to see it at play now. And again, if your child has not been introduced to writing, it's a good time to introduce a child to writing. So for example, I have S-E-E-D. So you say to the child, make the sound of the letter S. The child, S. What is the sound that 2 E's make? E. What is the sound that D makes? D. Now try that again. S-E-D. S-E-D. And you let the child continue to try and put the sounds together and then pronounce the word. And when the child gets the word, that's when you gotta create the excitement. Woo! Yes! Woo! Okay, it's just me in my element. That's how I behave for my students, and congratulate them, and hugs and kisses. If it's cases virtual, you're teaching the child, I say hug yourself for me. Give yourself a big kiss. Woo! Yeah, let the child feel good about their accomplishment. And when the child feels good, you're going to feel good. So let's look on another example. So here I have D-E-P. D-E-P. Again, the same process. The child will make the sound of the first letter, make the sound of the diagraph, make the sound of the last letter, and you let the child continue to practice until they figure out the word. And definitely, when the child does, you gotta create that excitement. Oh, okay, I'm getting all excited here, okay? Because I hope you're now convinced that my step work, okay? All right, next is Eid, our last example. Eid, same thing. Child sounds it out. When the child is finished, congratulate the child. So now we're on to the final step that we do. So you will give the child some spellings with the same diagraph that you taught them. Also, I did not put a slide with this one, but I like to use the word see, what your sense organ, the eye, does. So you will say E, and then you can give simple sentences like I see it. And again, the bass sound will come here. And parents, please, 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 the letter I is always an uppercase I, even when it's not the first word in a sentence. The word I is always an uppercase I written by itself, even when it's not the first word in a sentence. Every time I go on the internet, I see someone posting on social media using the lowercase I for the word I. Don't do that to your children. Teach them the right thing. It's always the uppercase I. So you reinforce that rule now so you can have them write sentences with like 3 to 4 words. I rarely go over the 4 words to encourage them. So sentence 1 could be, I see it. So you tell them about the rule that the word I is always the uppercase I, very easy to remember. Then you say to spell C, E, and let them write it. And then you say, what are the letters for this word if they don't know how to spell it? So you would say it, and let the child write that word. And also this is a good time to teach about full stop. So you say, okay, this is, you should put a full stop here, okay? So simple sentences that can be used, and I've also included some of the sentences that I use with this diagraph in the description below. So please check out the description for that. Now, if you want additional resource, I do have a fun educational fairy tale, because yes, I'm all about putting the fun in learning. So I do have a book that speaks about the alphabet and why it's important to learn the alphabet and how it can help you to read, along with some pronouns. A little about pronouns and nouns are in the book. It's available on Amazon. You can see the link on the screen here. As well, you can check the description below. I've also placed a link there for you to check it out. And again, let me just say this. If this is the first time to my channel and you have not seen my first video in this playlist about how to teach your child to read quickly, please take my advice, check out video 1 to ensure that you are not missing any of the steps. Right? The description for video 1 is below. So I've come to the end, and I just want to say thank you for staying to the end of my video. And I really hope that this information has been very helpful, and I'm looking to hear from you how you have used the step and how your child reacted. And if you do need any advice, I'm here. I got you. Okay? So like, subscribe, share, leave me a comment below. Thank you for tuning in. I love you. Mwah!